Hello and welcome, dear students, to the lecture of communication skills. In this subject, we have started the first unit, is communication skills. In that, up till now, we have covered what is the introduction, is what is communication, is meaning common to share something or everything which is known to one to other one or might be to other many persons. Then many other definitions. It can be exchange of information, ideas, knowledge, or it can be social interaction using symbols and message, or transferring the information or conveying the intended meaning from one person to other, or one person to a group of people by using mutually understood signs and rules. So these are different definitions we have covered. Then we have also discussed what is the importance for the pharmacy students to know about communication skills. Then we have completed the process, that is communication process, and as it involves many of the components, it is a complex process and which is happening in a common environment which is called as a context. There are many the just I told 8 components like source, message, encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback, and context. So these are the components. These all we have discussed in detail earlier only in earlier lecture. Okay, we have seen some diagrammatic representation to understand easily what is the communication process. Then in last lecture we have started this barriers to communication. Okay, we know when communication, it is nothing but transferring some information or transmitting it or sending it from one to another, and during that transmission process if any problem is occurring which can be called as a barrier, and if the barrier is overcome, you can find a communication can be called as a effective communication or a perfect communication. Due to these barriers, some miscommunication can occur, and it can be due to the three levels just I told. That is, first is the level of center, the source from which the communication or the message has initiated. Then at the level of the medium, okay, through which the channel which has been transferred, and at the level of the receiver. Okay, so anything that is obstructing the uh, proper flow or easy flow. Obstructing means blocking or hampering or hindering the flow of communication can be called as a barrier, that also we have discussed. And if the communication is having any barrier, okay, the message which has been sent by the sender to the receiver may be misinterpreted. Interpretation means understanding it exactly as that of the sender, but if barrier exists, its actual meaning will be distorted. Distorted means it can be unclear or indistinct, okay, or faint, which is called as, or not correct one. So there are chances of distortion of the actual meaning if barriers exist, and if such barriers again present, okay, there might be wastage of time, money simultaneously, and it may lead to some problem in the mind of sender receiver particularly, which is the confusion or misunderstanding. Okay, Up till this I think we have covered, okay, the barriers and obstacles which are there. Then we are supposed to start different types of barriers. Yes, in last lecture we have I have listed, okay, those are actually 8 barriers. Out of that, first we'll be starting today. It is the physiological barrier, sorry, psychological barrier. The psychology means the mental thinking of any person, okay. What is the mental status, psychological status of a person is called as psychology. And if any problem in that particular thinking is there, which can be called as a psychological barrier. Generally these psychological barriers influence the psychological status or psychological condition of sender and receiver. Okay, psychological states can be uh, under problem. Okay, influence means it may affect. So we can say psychologically disturbance may occur in that person if barrier exists, okay, and which creates a problem for effective communication. Communication is highly influenced by uh, these mental conditions of both sender and receiver, which are called as communicators, and they are disturbed by the mental disturbance, which is if they are in either one's mind or in both's mind. If the people involved in the communication are not emotionally settled or emotionally not feeling well, okay, they will not be able to make a communication in a proper or effective manner. There are many reasons for this disturbance, or which is called as a psychological barrier. And it is said that the psychological barriers are the uh, mostly responsible for the communication, that is the problems or the barrier obstacles. They are said to be the major one or prime, okay, more prominent one. And we know they will be in between the persons who are communicating with one another, hence it can be called as a interpersonal communication barriers, okay, which are majorly affecting the communication, called as psychological barriers. And always when the message has been sent from the sender to receiver, its hmm, meaning of the message depends upon the psychological condition or emotional status of both sender and receiver, okay. So let us discuss various reasons behind any person's psychological barrier. First and most common found is lack of attention. Even, okay, many students were having this problem because of lack of concentration. Okay, attention means concentration. They are not able to concentrate on the particular thing, okay, during lecture or practical. If anybody is uh, distracted, okay, his or her mind when get distracted, you can say that person is having less attention, So what will be there if you are not concentrating on that particular thing? You will not be able to prepare or understand the actual message. If here we consider as a message in communication process, and it is also applicable for the sender. If sender gets distracted or disturbed during the communication, if he will not be able to prepare the message, okay, the formation of message in the mind of sender will not be correct or proper, and he will not be able to send it in a correct way. Particularly in the receiver's mind, this is maximally applicable. Receiver, okay, for example, if students generally they are suffering from this problem, which is we can say lack of attention, hence they are not able to interpret. Interpretation means understanding the correct reason or the correct meaning of the message, and will not be able to give a correct feedback. When this generally happens, that lack of attention, if for example if a person is preoccupied by his personal problem, if you are having some personal problem, or if you are thinking something other, okay, other things are going in your mind, or some person is distracted coming in front of you, or any sound or any other thing, okay, which makes disturbance in your attention, which is one of the reason. Particularly when we say psychological barrier, that lack of attention but is from the mind of the person, because he or she is lacking the concentration. That is the first reason. Second reason is, you can say, poor retention. Retention is what? Retention of information is actually the capacity of the brain to store the information. Okay, to retain means to store or keep the message or the information in our brain always, and whenever it is needed, it should be extracted or it should be reminded. So poor retention means the brain uses information that is old, and the process of extraction of information is also poor. Okay, when it can be poor retention, definitely if you are listening properly, but everybody's brain capacity means, if psychologically if this is a barrier, okay, if they are not able to remind the things what they have, the information they are having with them, it happens. See, for example, you studies very hard, okay, you learn everything, but during examination you forget some of the information, which is called as poor retention. Okay, and it is a barrier, psychological barrier of that person. Next is emotions. If we'll take emotions, there are many emotions for every person's, like fear. Okay, भीति वाटते ना, fear, it is a psychological barrier. And nervousness, if you are tense. Okay, confusion is also emotional, or which is a part of ultimately a psychological barrier. If you are confused about something, you will not understand it. Then mistrust. Mistrust means you are not trusting the person, the sender. Okay, तुम्हाला समोरच्यावर विश्वास नाही की तो खरं सांगतोय का खोटं सांगतोय. जर तसं असेल तर तुम्ही ऐकणार नाही. Okay, automatically we can say it is a psychological barrier. So these all affect the process of communication. Generally these emotions are again due to the mind of that person is preoccupied with some other things which are not good for communication. For example, if when a person is angry, what will happen? He might say some things which he will be regretting later on. म्हणजे तुम्ही संतापात असणार तर अशा संतापाच्या भरात आपल्याला माहिती आहे उलट सुलट बोलून देतो, पण संताप शांत झाल्यावर मग पस्तावा होतो. दॅट इज पण म्हणजे संतापामध्ये मग कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस व्यवस्थित होत नाही. व्हॉट इज देअर? इट इज अ इमोशनल barrier, which is a psychological barrier. An angry person might easily misinterpret the message. It is also applicable. Okay? तुम्ही संतापात आहात आणि तुमच्या जवळ काही कोणी बोलतोय पण तुम्हाला उलटच वाटेल. Okay? You may not understand it properly. The message you will misinterpret or misunderstanding may take place. So which is a emotional barrier or actually psychological barrier. Then premature evaluation means some peoples are always in hurry by habit. Hurry, hasty condition. Okay? I think in practicals I told you, if you uh, not listen the message completely or what other person is telling to you, instead of listening complete sentence or complete information, you give response earlier. Okay, it is habit of some of many of the peoples, and that is due to the which make quick judgment of the message and jump to conclusion in hurry. They do not consider all the aspects of information. It happens if जर घाईघाईत उत्तर प्रत्युत्तर दिलं तर you are actually not understanding what the sender want to say, and uh, generally that communication will end up taking a quick and wrong decisions. होतं ना घाईघाईमध्ये जर काही डिसिजन्स घेतले तर ते चुकतात, and that might be said to be the premature evaluation. So you have to always listen, you have to hear the whole message to make a correct judgment, because they are not changed easily once they are made. Judgment means decision. डिसिजन घेतल्यावर लगेच बदलता येत नाही. प्रत्येक वेळेस इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल ऑलवेज इन एव्हरी कंडिशन. यू might be regretting afterwards. So you have to listen the message properly before judging it or before giving the response. So premature evaluation is another psychological barrier. Next one is the closed mind and filtering. Man is always selfish by nature. Okay, as a human being, we know we are very selfish by nature, and therefore humans put their own needs and problems above all other things. आपल्या ज्या गरजा असतात किंवा प्रॉब्लेम असतात त्या आपल्याला सर्वात महत्त्वाच्या वाटतात स्वतःच्या. our personal, we are not taking care of others, what they are saying, what during communication process. म्हणजे काय? You are selfish means you are हॅव्हिंग क्लोज माइंड, तुम्ही स्वतःचाच विचार करताय, दुसऱ्यांचा नाही विचार करताय. तुम्ही समोरचा काय म्हणतो ते ऐकूनच नाही घ्यायचं. तुम्हाला जे योग्य वाटतंय तुम्ही तेच ऐकणार, तुम्हाला जे आवडेल तेच ऐकणार. व्हॉट इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज क्लोज माइंड. This sometimes leads to people to filter the information. फिल्टर ना, फिल्टर लावतात ना. फिल्टर म्हणजे काही पास होऊन जातं, बाकीचं पास होत नाही त्या पर्टिक्युलर कंडिशनमध्ये. व्हॉट इज इफ यू आर हॅव्हिंग फिल्टरिंग the sender, what it is trying to convey to them, everything you will not listen if you are having this filtering or closed mind. And it can be due to the mistrust. तुम्हाला भरोसा नसेल समोरच्यावर तेव्हाही होऊ शकतं. और कॉम्पिटिशनच्या वेळेस पण असंच होतं. और jealousy, if you are jealous towards some person you will not listen to what he or she is telling. Okay, you can understand it by example. There is a senior, if in a industry, if he does not want the junior to become uh, uh, popular or a better worker at that particular industry, what he will do, he will filter the information which is sent by that particular junior and will not uh, give a complete information to the superior. Or simply, if some junior is asking the senior about some problem or procedure, what he will do, he will not tell all whole points of the procedure. Some things he will retain. That is the filtering, and that is the selfishness or close mind, and hence the communication will not be properly done in those both. So that is a psychological barrier. So distrust itself, okay, which is there, just I told. Another one is you can also understand it. The communication is successful only when the communicators, that is sender and receiver, trust one another. Okay, they are having 100% trust, भरोसा एकमेकांवर. And if lack of trust makes them to derive negative meaning of the message, है ना, विश्वास नाही राहिला तर काय उलटच अर्थ लावतो आपण समोरच्याच्या बोलायचा. It's called as negative meaning of the message. Or sometimes they ignore the message. मला विश्वास नसेल समोरच्यावर तर त्याचं तसं ऐकून न ऐकल्यासारखं, okay, will show it, ignorance will be there. And when a person tries to force his own idea and opinion, then the receiver does not listen. That is also possible several times. जबरदस्ती तुम्हाला काहीतरी तुम्ही कोणाला सांगता एखाद्याला, इन्फॉर्मेशन म्हणा, आयडिया म्हणा, फिलिंग्स म्हणा, वॉट इट मे बी. what will, if they are not trusting you, okay, they will not listen. Even if, for example, if the receiver does not agree the message which is provided, he will not listen to it. Each person has its own viewpoint. Okay, they are having, every person is having their point of view which is said, okay, which is shaped from his own experience. मला जसा अनुभव येतो त्याच्यानुसार तुम्ही समोरच्यावर भरोसा करणार, बरोबर. Sender might have a particular view about some particular message, and the receiver may not have similar view about the same message. So both point of view, which are called as perspective, can be different one, and that is a psychological barrier. So these are the different psychological barriers. Second is the physical barriers. Physical barriers actually involves all the environmental and natural conditions the surrounding conditions, which are called as environmental or natural conditions, and which are acting as a barrier in the communication process during the message which is transferred from sender to the receiver. Okay. And when the message are sent by the sender, the physical barriers are exist, like, okay, I have given example to you earlier, even in practicals, like for example doors, wall, distance. This all makes the communication less effective. For example, you are unable to hear the voice of the sender if there is thunders म्हणजे पाऊस पडतोय, जोराचा वारा सुरू आहे, that is, it can be there. Due to that noise, if you are not able to listen, okay, that can be a physical barrier. Then telephonic call disconnections, which are also nowadays experienced, which is physical barrier. These physical barrier includes two major aspects. First is noise. Okay, you can divide the earlier things in these two. Noise. The process of noise is generally related to any interference or hindrance which is avoiding the transmission of the message from sender to receiver. Okay, any type of noise, generally the high noise which is there nearby area or in the environment, and this noise performs an external disturbance or unpleasant sound, the sound which are not liked in the particular environment or surrounding where the communication is going on. There are many examples of noise. You can say noise from the printing machine. Okay, nowadays they are less. The printers, okay, uh, printers which are new in technology, they are making lesser noise. But earlier, like typewriter, if you take, okay, dot matrix printing machines are earlier were there, they are making too much noise and they are said to be the physical barrier. Then any disturbance in telephone sound is, or if you are talking with somebody and the ringtone is ringing of mobile or phone which is happening, that is a physical barrier. Then any activities which are done by the nearby people, okay, they can be physical barrier. Any type of interruptions made from others can be a barrier, physical barrier. Then the space barrier, which is again a part of physical barrier itself, space, okay, a distance. Generally, this is observed in big industries or institutions, and where all the senior or the persons or the higher authorities which are called as important persons, like directors, executive officers, they were having their own cabins, okay, and they feel comfortable in their own cabin. Okay, if you are having your own cabin, you are working there continuously, but importantly the higher authorities, okay, they feel comfortable there. But if some worker is going there for some solution of problem or any type of communication. Okay, the uncomfort will be there for the that worker. This is called as a space barrier. The break into personal space of an office may displace the person. It is also possible. Okay, if you are having any disturbance in your own personal space, can be a physical barrier. The space relationship with superior should be always maintained to keep the communication channel open. This is the solution actually. Space relationship means if any senior is there and work, just same example I will give. The worker has arrived, and if he or she is hesitating, it is responsibility of the officer to give space. Space means allow them, means give them some information or suggestion that not to worry, or give offer them seat to sit and settle the problem in uh, proper manner, that is without hesitation. By that way the channels can be said to be the open for making a effective communication. If the office doors are closed, okay, it is a physical barrier. The separate office, they are also said to be the physical barrier. Okay. Then barrier schemes in working environment, these all makes a said to be the physical barrier in the communication which is happening over there. With all the limitations of maintaining personal space and the office, two-way communication is also an important aspect to have a good support with all the staff members and to get the objective of the institution. Okay, means just you have to avoid this space barrier which is there. Yeah, which is a physical barrier if you want to grow in such big industries or institutions, which just example I told. Okay, so next one is the causes of physical barrier. Causes, there are three important causes. Okay. Actually we have discussed many of those. First is the environment, is the natural conditions which are there. Okay, because of many things like thunder, rain, the wind which is there. Okay, you cannot, actually we cannot stop them, correct? Hence they are disturbing the message flow during the communication. Okay. Then there is a possibility of a temperature variation. Okay, unstable temperature which is called as in the room, or if you are sitting in the practicals or lecture, if you are not feeling comfortable, the temperature are higher at that time, can say is a environmental barrier, and it is a cause of physical barrier itself. Then if lighting conditions are not proper, okay, that can be physical barrier. If there is a fluctuation in temperature, you may feel uncomfortable, that is due to the environment. which is causing the physical barrier. Second one is the time and distance. If a message not sent in appropriate time, the message will not have the effect that it should have actually. Okay, that is obvious. वेळेतच उत्तर दिलं गेलं पाहिजे, उत्तर म्हणा किंवा मेसेज जो म्हणा, वॉट एव्हर message is there, when it is expected at the same time it must be given, otherwise it is not having its effect. As the intention of the message will not be met, म्हणजे ज्या कामासाठी तो मेसेज द्यायला पाहिजे होता जर तो वेळेवर नाही दिला तर it is a physical barrier. Okay, it is a reason and which cause the barrier in communication. Hence time of message always should be accurate. Similarly, if a distance is also affecting the message, as we know, greater the distance, there will be more technical channels needed, because if somebody is sitting far away from sender, okay, what technical channels like some audio visual equipments will be needed to convey the proper message, and which is again a part of a distance physical barrier. Hence the new technologies are made to reduce the noise in the mediums and the channels which are there. Next cause is the information overflow. Information overflow means when the information becomes more that which can be received by a specific by the receiver at a particular time. Okay, we are knowing everybody is having the capacity of listening. तुम्हाला एकाच वेळेस जास्त मेसेज सांगितले, मेसेज म्हणजे इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली गेली, तर काय होतं, सिम्पली देर इज अ ओव्हरफ्लो. इन सिम्पल लँग्वेज ओव्हरफ्लो होतो, मीन्स इट इज अ फिजिकल बॅरियर. If more information is given in a same time, okay, it can be said to be a reason for failure of that communication. Hence the message will not get the required outcome. The desired result will not be achieved, and which causes the communication not to be effective and act as a barrier, which is called as work overload. Okay, work overload झाला ना, लोड झाला जास्त, overflow or load of work on that particular person. And information, one more is there, which is called as duplication of information. Duplication म्हणजे एकच गोष्ट परत परत जर तुम्हाला सांगितली, ओके, परत म्हणजे 2-3 वेळा, it can be a reason for physical communication barrier. Okay, so that duplication again should not be happened, and if it is there, you can say it is a one of the physical barrier. So these are the two barriers we have discussed in detail today: psychological barrier and physical barrier. Okay, the other we'll be discussing in our next lecture. Thank you.